Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Monday, the 29th of January 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second and more. Buy BSV.live, probably the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Let's get into it. So let's start off with a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. What was going on today back in the history of Bitcoin? Here we go, 29th of January. So this was day 9. Back in 2015 of the Silk Road trial, and it said here prosecutors traced $13.4 million in bitcoins from the Silk Road to Ulbricht's laptop. In another day of damning testimony, a former FBI agent uses blockchain analysis to prove that more than 700,000 bitcoins were transferred from the Silk Road services to Ulbricht's personal machine. Oh my goodness me, absolutely damning evidence there. And obviously we can't see it on Wired magazine, but I found this one. So this was dated 30th of January, which is tomorrow, but obviously it was reporting on news that was done today back in history in 2015. So let's have a look at this. So prosecutors present evidence in Silk Road trial that links $13.4 million in bitcoins to Ulbricht's laptop. Here we go. So the quote underneath the image there is serving the tech enthusiast community for over 25 years. Oh, TechSpot means tech analysis and advice you can trust, really. Read our ethics statement. So it says here, since his arrest in October 2013, alleged Silk Road mastermind Ross Ulbricht has maintained that the bitcoins confiscated by the FBI do not belong to him and are a result of early investments he made in the cryptocurrency, not proceeds from running an illegal online drug marketplace. Prosecutors in the trial against Ulbricht presented evidence on Thursday that debunks that claim. Former FBI Special Agent Luohan Yum took the stand to... I probably murdered that name. Took the stand to describe how he traced 3,760 Bitcoin transactions over the course of a year ending August 2013. Based on data pulled from seized servers, all of those transactions lead back to Ulbricht's Samsung 700Z laptop, the same computer he was using and logged into Silk Road when he was arrested. Oh dear. Based on exchange rates at the time of each transaction, the coins were worth roughly $13.4 million. Oh. The evidence against Ulbricht continues to mount in the case. Thus far, prosecutors have detailed a journey they found that details the site's creation and heard testimony from a friend that claims Ulbricht confessed that he created the site. The latter statement isn't up for dispute. However, as Ulbricht's attorney, Joshua Drattel, said his client did create the site, but only as an economic experiment. A lame excuse there. After a few months of operating the site, Ulbricht claims he handed it off to others and was lured back as a patsy just before police closed in to take the fall. Drattel has also suggested that Dread Pirate Roberts, the online moniker of the person or persons that ran Silk Road, may have been Mark Capellis, the CEO of embattled Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox. Oof, slanderous accusations go absolutely everywhere. Let's see what happens when we click Mt. Gox. What date was this? January 2nd. Japanese police suspect Mt. Gox Bitcoin robbery was mainly an inside job. Oh, that was back in January. Early this month. Back in 2015. I should be reporting on what happened at Mt. Gox as well. I mean, these are historic moments in Bitcoin's history. I might have to report on that. Oh my goodness me. So anyway, there we go. A little bit of Bitcoin history for today. Never a dull moment in this space, ever. My goodness me. So let's catch up with what's going on today. I have a Bitcoin sleuth that's been sending me information as he's going through the Bitcoin SourceForge source code. And check this out. So this is actually written in the code. It says here, Bitcoin does not use any encryption. If you want to do a build of Open SSL to execute encryption route, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, that's quite interesting. Bitcoin does not use any encryption. It's actually written in the source code. We've got some more bits here, which I actually found. So it says Genesis block. Look at this. The PSZ time stamped. The time's 3rd of January 2009. Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. Embedded in the code there. What else have we got? Yeah, that was it. So I've actually got the Got the source. Here we go. Look, this is it. Chancellor on Brinkham's second bailout for banks, and all you've got to do is go through the Bitcoin code on SourceForge. You can literally see it all for yourself. It's fascinating stuff, really. When you're looking back at history, absolutely loving what I'm seeing there. But let's catch up with what is going on today. Check this out. So it says Bitcoin identity trial to go ahead despite surprise offer to settle. And this was an article from the Law Gazette on January 25th. Why is this not being reported on any of the mainstream newspapers? I mean, this is the largest financial, the largest financial case in history. You know, with literally like $1.6 trillion on the line. This is huge. So let's see what they've written here then. So, a 2-month London trial intended to test assertions of intellectual property in the $800 billion Bitcoin digital currency seems set to go ahead despite a surprise public offer to settle. Australian-born computer scientist Dr. Craig Wright, whose claim to be Bitcoin's inventor, Satoshi Nakamoto, is at the centre of the litigation, last night made a non-negotiable offer to settle. His principal opponent, a US-based rights group, immediately rejected the offer. Hard pass quotes, it posted on social media site X. The so-called Satoshi identity trial is expected to attract worldwide attention. Hearings in 3 rolled-up cases are due to open in the High Court in London on the 5th of February. The first is an attempt by Crypto Open Patent Alliance to obtain a court declaration that Wright's claim to be Satoshi, author of the 2008 white paper, which launched Bitcoin, is fraudulent. If that succeeds, claims by Wright against Bitcoin developers over alleged IP infringements will fall away. The case before Mr. Justice Mellor is expected to hinge on expert analysis of documents on computer memory sticks, which Wright says he found in a drawer last year. Cooper is expected to argue that the documents could not have been generated in 2008 as Wright claims. Wright has previously sued several individuals who have challenged his claims in 2022. The billionaire was awarded £1 in damages in a defamation case. I bet they're not going to go on to elaborate on that, are they? However, his offer to settle, he said, the focus of my various litigations to date has never been on revealing my pseudonymous identity as Satoshi Nakamoto, but on mandating that Bitcoin remains faithful to its central principles. Further to its aims, he offered to waive my database rights and copyrights and offer an irrevocable license in perpetuity to my opposing parties. These broadly uncontroversial terms, why have they not agreed to them? Are intended to draw a fresh start in the history of Bitcoin to guarantee its success in whatever form it takes, he said. So again, what he's saying is they can continue with their shitcoining, provided they accept that he's Satoshi Nakamoto and BSV is Bitcoin. They can continue. And we know that what they're doing is complete fraud. I mean, SegWit, it even says on the tin, SegWit, segregated witness, the witness being the signature data. They are tampering with signature data. It is blatant fraud. I don't know how they expect to get away with this, but anyway. So Cooper responded, just like Craig Wright forged, Cooper responded, quotes here, just like Craig Wright forges documents and doesn't quite tell the truth, his deception of the settlement offer isn't quite accurate either. It comes with loopholes that would allow him to sue people all over again. Wright's legal team has been approached for comment. Have they said anything? They haven't reported on that. I mean, that article is really short. Even I could write a longer article than that with more details of what is actually really happening in there. I mean, it's going to be massive. But even they said it is expected to attract worldwide attention. There we go, look at that. It is expected to attract worldwide attention. I mean, it's going to be absolutely massive. I mean, is that all they can say on it? Like, seriously? Seriously? But anyway... So let's continue. Let's have a look at the chart. So let's remind us where we are today. So we're now the 29th of January. So let's have a look at the bull run that was actually going on. So that was 30th of December. Where were we now? That was the 25th of January. Do we have it on? That was 7th of February. Good grief. I mean, like, this was BTC's, let me think, it would have been this was the second globally significant bull run after the 2017 bull run and consequent crash after BCH was listed on the Coinbase exchange, which caused the market to collapse. But I mean, look at this. Absolutely outrageous. And it is all tied to Tether. I mean, look at this. Look at this. That was 21st of January, 30th of January. So where did we can actually see? So it went from the 26th of January at 24.9 billion to 30th of January. 20. Here we go. Hold on. Can we get one? 24.85 to 24.9 to 26.3. So that's basically 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion between the 26th and the 30th of January. 1.2 billion pumped into the market to get the price of BTC absolutely rocketing up. Absolutely outrageous. Dear oh dear. Anyway, so what's going on over the last 7 days? Going up a little bit, but it looks to me like there is furious selling going on because literally the price of BTC is being pumped by Tether. So we've got here, this is on the 23rd of January this year, a market cap of 94.8, and we've now got a market cap of 96. So again, a 1.2 billion pumped into the market over from the 23rd to was that the 26th? Good grief! So like 3 days, 1.2 billion in 3 days pumped into the market. I mean, the price should be flying up, but it's not. So the question is, well, I mean, it's going up there, but I mean, why is it not going up like it did do? Well, I suggest this because Greyscale are dumping their bags, ferociously dumping their bags. This just looks like insider trading and colluding to me. They're dumping the bags, and Tether is trying to maintain the price for them by pumping billions into the market. Absolutely outrageous. My goodness. So let's have a look at the fundamental figures here on CoinDance. So we got Bitcoin at just $71. Wow. Hash rate 0.17, network nodes 0.25, transactions down at 17.2, but block size still 98%. Let's have a look at these blocks coming through. 350, 122, 256, 489, 350, 100, 217, 325. Looks like we've got Zulu Pool still shitcoining on smaller blocks. Mining Dutch joining in the shitcoining as well. Just not bothering to process any transactions really, but that will change with number go up. Let's have a look. So it's currently 12.6% more profitable to mine on CoolCoin. So that just simply shows you the competition for genuine Bitcoin is heating up, which is why the profitability is down because people are competing for it. And let's have a look at the politics. It's all in the mining. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. Right, so let's have a look at, so TAL at 0.07, Mining Dutch 0.03. So TAL is storming ahead of Mining Dutch in their overall hash rate there. So that shows or demonstrates that they're increasing their hash rate. Neither Mining Dutch or TAL are on Cabal Coin. They've left that party. Nobody wants any part of it. As soon as they know, they're just like, no, well, Dutch mining still got a little bit on Bcrash. Other mining pools at 56.2. Let's have a look at Fisher Price Cash. Other mining pools 29.17. Dutch mining all over that, loving a bit of shitcoining. But here we've got Bitcoin TAL with 54%. Dutch mining getting a look in at 17.3. Zulu pool 1.39. All right. So just remember, we've got the largest court case in financial history coming up on the 5th of February 2024. Stay tuned, we'll bring you more. And until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.